I think a better question would be why wouldn't I want to take on that challenge? Why not this great opportunity at this? When I'm excited for the Peach Belt to come see campus, it's absolutely beautiful. But the opportunity to start a family with the morals and values that you value as a human, and to put those into a family and try to build a product that a new community can be proud of was just too great to pass up. And I wouldn't, and our location is great. People talk about the beach and all the amenities we have there. But if this excuse me, if this opportunity presented itself anywhere in the country, I'd have jumped on it because I just think it's unique and special, and I'm excited to be the leader of it. Not so much harder or easier. I think it's the same approach, that I've always had about recruiting. If I want to win at the highest level, I got to recruit the same players that I was recruiting at IUP and at some of my other stops. So the standard doesn't change. I'm trying to get the guys that fit my personality, and fit our style, and get the best players we can get with that are great teammates. So the approach hasn't changed. What you talk about maybe changes a little bit as far as you sell being a part of legacy and having your name on the wall forever. And when you have a family, you're going to be able to tell your children one day that you were the guy that got this program started. So just kind of the things you talk about is different. But as far as my approach to it and the talent that I try to identify, that all remains consistent. Uh, Great question. What do I know about the Peach Belt? So when I was at IUP, we lost to Augusta in the Final Four. I had a cousin that went to Flagler, and I've been friends with some of the coaches in the league, so I had some familiarity with the Peach Belt. Um, and I know the PSAC is a great league, but I'm honored to be in the Peach Belt now. Like if you just want to compare kind of top to bottom without throwing any names or teams up there, for instance, the Peach Belt last year, you had a three-way tie going into the final weekend for the first place team. You had Aiken end up winning the regular season. You had Augusta end up winning the Peach Belt championship, and you had Lander in the conference finals. And then the Peach Belt gets four teams into the Atlantic region, and Aiken ends up making the regional final, and North Georgia ends up beating another conference champion by 18. So it's a tough task in the Peach Belt. And then you look at the PSAC. IUP won the league, and then they won the regular season and the conference championship, and they hosted the region. The Peach Belt had 4 tournament wins. The PSAC had 3. If you want to talk about parity, you look at the top 4 teams in the Peach Belt versus, the bottom 4 teams. The bottom 4 teams in the Peach Belt beat the top 4 5 times. Another 4 games were decided by 2 points or less, and another 2 games were decided by 4 points or less. If you look at the PSAC, 0 teams in the bottom 4 beat any teams in the top 4, and only 1 team had a game within 2 points. So if you want to talk about parity and guys like looking at stats and numbers, I mean the numbers, tell the tale with the Peach Belt. The margin of victory in the Peach Belt was top to bottom, 22 points. In the PSAC, it was 33. So I can keep raffling off these stats. The Peach Belt's just it's a monster league, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm up for the challenge.
The Hilton Head area I was pretty familiar with because me and my family came down to Hilton Head 5 years in a row for vacation. So I was familiar with the area. I loved it every time I came down here. The Beaufort area was not familiar with it at all, really, until I took a visit down here this summer, walked around campus, went up, saw how close it was to the beach, and honestly, it was just beautiful. I love the area. The weather's nice, better than Pittsburgh. Can't complain about that. But pretty much just after seeing the campus for the first time, I was like, I wanted to be here. My relationship with Coach, it's great. I can really tell him anything I need to. I'm not scared to hide anything from him. I can let him know if I'm having a problem with something, and I know that every single time he's going to give me great advice. I can take anything he says and implement it into my life, and I know it's going to be good. My role for this team, I feel like, is just bringing in experience and being a leader for this team. We are young, so we have to work with that, work together, just to bond with each other. But being a senior and having 3 years under my belt already, it's definitely experience that I can provide for these younger players to get better. It's good. It's a lot of good feedback. Honestly, my first day on campus, I was in the weight room and 3 students walked up to me and they said, "Are you excited? Are you as excited for the season as we are?" And that came to a big surprise to me, because I just wasn't expecting like anyone to be like all crazy about it at first. But then I was like, okay, people are really buying into this, and it's honestly exciting to see everyone being happy and like excited to come to our games. And then community-wise, it's honestly the same thing. If I go to Wendy's or somewhere around the school with a USCB shirt on, they'll ask me about the team. That everyone knows about it, and they're just excited that they can have a basketball team in this community now.
Guys, thank you so much. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Ken.